What's up, guys? So we're back. And let's say you got some of these headway guys, right? And you want to try building your first bank. Well, I already did a video on the 96 amp hour Super Beast, how to convert it from 24 volt to 12 volt. Now, what we're going to do is, since a lot of people don't need that much, but they're selling this stuff separate now, this guy, all your bus bars and everything from battery hookup are all separate, and you can buy them separate, and now you can build a 48 amp hour with the same stuff. So here, which one did I loosen up? Here's what I got right, oh, there's that one right there. I already took it out. All right, here's what I got right now. So originally your beast is going to come, or your pieces will come with these guys and this bar, and probably some of these guys. You won't need these, but you will need these guys. And just for clarification's sake, these are also copper. These are silver tinned copper. These are plain copper. These are silver tinned copper. Still good stuff. So the way I've got it set up right now, if you were building a Super Beast, this whole side would be either your positive or your negative, and this whole side would be either your positive or negative. One or the other would be so. But since we're doing a 48 amp hour, changes a little bit. This now is going to be, the way I've got it set up is, this is going to be my positive and this will be my negative. Whereas, I mean, you could have it either way you want. So, but anyway, the cells pretty plainly marked, positive, negative. And so, and this is the positive side, will always have this little cappy guy, whereas this side is black and has a flat guy. All right. So, positive, right? I'm gonna go in just like that guy and put that in there like that. So now that I've already established which side is which as far as positive or negative, it's just literally assembling from here. I mean, I don't think it really gets a whole lot easier, really. So I'm probably going to stop talking for a little bit. Negative, right? Yep, negative. Goes to the negative side. Boom. Slides right in the cell holder. And I don't know what I did with my screw. I'll just use another one. So, but this takes 24 cells, and this is post balancing and taking apart the old bank. If you were doing a Super Beast, or even if you weren't doing a Super Beast, I suggest balancing these guys out passively, these cells. And the way you do that is you'll line all these up in a single row, kind of like it is now, right? Except for these would all be facing the same direction as these, or vice versa. And you'll stick your screws in there, right? In each one of these holes, and then you'll wrap a wire, or if you've got some copper strapping or just something to make a connection with on all of these, to connect them all together as one single 3 volt, 3.2 volt, whatever cell. And you just let them sit for a couple days to kind of passively balance out. I know that probably doesn't make sense to some people, but so what's happening is some of these were, let's say this one is 3.2 volts and this one's 3.1 volts, right? If I put these two together and just left them in what's called parallel, which is this side to this side, and then the negative is this side and this side connected, right? If I left them for a few days, eventually this 3.2 would discharge some into this guy, to this 3.1, until they balance out, probably 3.15 or something similar, right? So, but that is the idea behind passive balancing, is to get everything in check before you go applying your balancer and finishing building your whole bank. So the way this is going to look now, you've got the top and bottom. This is the bottom, and this is the top cell holders. And what we're going to do next is put this guy up here, right? And then we'll go ahead and hook the cells up to this side, but we're going to do them a little bit differently. So whatever this is for these 6 right here, you're going to do the opposite of on this side. So if these are positive facing down like this, you're going to do negative facing down from these guys for these 6 cells. Once you get the bottom on, it goes on like this. Okay. So with that like that, you've got your zigzaggy bars, and you'll put them guys in there like so. All right. And then you'll just start threading all them suckers together. You'll put some screws in there. And same thing, this side is, since all these are negative facing this direction, the rest are going to be positive facing this direction. This is called a series connection, when you go from positive to negative. And just so you know, look, nothing happens. No sparky sparks. To make a spark or an arc, whatever, you would have to connect this side to this side on the same battery or the same cell. And same with the whole kit and caboodle here. It's not going to arc from creating a series connection. Just to show you here, look, that's negative, right? And then here's a positive. No sparky spark because it's series connection. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this guy and stop talking for a little while. If I come up with anything, I might say something. Otherwise, cue the background music. Hardwood floors to the lose. Oh, there we go. Just a little better. So another thing you can do, which I recommend doing, is marking which one is which. And what I normally will do is, for my positive ones, I will color these screws red and put a red plus. Color these black, put a black minus. For positive and negative, for easy identification. Some people are asking, can you hook stuff straight to the top of these? Yeah, you can. You certainly can. That's what the point of these guys is you just make your connections there and there. Let's see, we're getting there. Neat. Looks so cool, right? If anybody has, questions about this stuff, about how or why you do whatever, feel free to ask. If I don't know the answer, I'm certain I know someone who does, who can give you or us said answer, because if I don't know the answer, then it's time I need to learn answer 2. The answer. Okay. Getting there. I will also be going over how to hook up the balancer on these guys. Alright, now we'll put this guy make sure everything lines up the right way, probably backwards. So there is a little foot right here that I didn't cut off. There is one on this side too, and that means that those two line up. And if you're looking for cutting the bars or the cell holders, this is what you cut. Right along the edge here, cut the handles off, and then between these guys you can cut that down if you're making a super beast. If you're not, you can leave that guy right in there, no problem. Where's my bar? Oh, there it is. Oh God, just kidding. Just made a serious connection. No biggie. And once I get these guys in on this side, just to show you what I'm talking about, I will grab the voltmeter and we'll stick it on here. We'll see what it's reading with just half the bank done. Should be 6 volts. 6 and some change. So just so you can see what I'm doing, just putting these guys in like so. Wonderful, right? Cool. Oh, come on. not want to go in there just right. There we go. I don't recommend doing that unless you really have to. Sticking the tool down in there to straighten the cell up so that it lines up. You might damage the threads, so be careful doing that. Usually, if you can get the screw started in there, it will right itself. Make sure these are snug. And just snug down. Alright, let's get the voltmeter. Oh, my son's toys. Let's see here. How about that? 6.5. All right, be right back. And we're back. Sorry, I had to go deal with my dog. It's such a nice small footprint too. This thing is like not very big at all. Got a couple long ones here, I think. Oh, no, just one. Okay. We're going to steal one from this side because this one's a little bit longer screw. This way, whenever we hook lugs up to this side, this can utilize the extra length. You don't want screws that are too long because then you can pierce the top of the cells. So this is a positive, right? Inside here, if you can really see that, down inside here, there is like this little foil cap or aluminum cap. These things are just held together with epoxy. That's all that holds them together. You got a little epoxy here and some epoxy around this guy that holds that lid on. And then when they vent, that's usually what goes, is they'll pop open and just dribble or squirt a little bit of electrolyte fluid out. Usually not the end of the world and doesn't usually cause a whole lot of issues. Alright, so this is a completed battery minus a balancer. This side, the big bar, is irrelevant as far as your hookups go. You got your positive, your negative. So now I'm going to show you that it is 12 volts. Boom, 13.17, I think. Oh no, it's backwards for me. Oh, 1.8. Anyway, so we're gonna stick a balancer on this guy and get it ready for the charger. Alright. So I will be right back. I gotta go find the balancer. Alright, and we're back. Found the balancer. I got one of these little non-capacitor style ones. These are cheap, like 10 or 12 bucks on eBay, shipped. And what I'm gonna do is wire this guy up with some little ring terminals. These can be stretched to fit over these. Mine does have these couple of these little screws. We're gonna use a couple of on the bottom. And I'm gonna get to hooking these up here in just a second. Just gotta strip it down and go ahead and make some connections. There's just crimpers there. Okay, make sure it's nice and tight. Wire don't come out. So one thing to note while hooking up a balancer, you do not need to have it plugged in until you are done. They don't like working, at least in my experience, on some of the cells instead of all of them at one time. I had a capacitor style one literally scream at me, and there are no speakers on a balancer board. So for it to be going, wee, it was the capacitor screaming, but mercy. First time I ever did one, I messed it up. But, well, I say I messed it up, but the balancer ended up being okay. Still using it to this day. Oh. Trim that in there. So, red wire goes to the positive terminal. Put that one in apparently. Oh, I didn't mean to put it on that one tag on it. I meant to put it on the one next to it. Get over here so you can see. Didn't even realize you guys can't see. Sorry about that. Let's take this off. Just change this guy off this on. Tight. Take this guy, put it over here. Alright, we're gonna switch screws again. This one is being difficult to get this balancer wire on. Let's get out of here. Good. Fits nicely. And tight. Put the sleeve back on. There we go. On it. I'll put it back on just a second. There we go. Okay, now that's good. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the white wire is next, and it goes here. I notched out a little spot here so the wire can lay flat. Can't really see it very well, but there's a notch there. Alright. And this is where the little screws come in. Oh, come on. There we go. I was about to say, struggle much? Jeez. Cheese and rice, dude. Holy crap. Alright. That lays flat. Tightens it up. Okay, nice and tight. And then yellow, I believe. Let's check the voltage real quick. So when checking your voltage, the negative probe goes to the negative. And right now I'm checking that is 9 volts. And this next one is 3. So the one on top up here is the next one in line, and that's 6.5. So yeah, that's 6 volts. All right, white, yellow. Screwdriver go. Oh, there we go. Now the last one, green guy, goes on the bottom here with the other one on the other bar, which I have also notched out for the wire to lay flat. Turn this so I can see. Screw. Okay, upside down you go then. Come on, go in there. These are very finely threaded. Copper is soft. Okay. Loose. This screw's a little stripped. It's alright, these don't have to come back off. Okay, nice and snug. That's what I like. Alright, now turn this up. Let's go get a hot glue gun. Test run, make sure you plug it in the right way. I'm pretty sure it only goes in one way, but we'll see. Hey, it didn't catch on fire. And it didn't squeal, so I guess we're good. This is what happens when you plug it in. Little flash, indicate it's on. If I was wrong, this stuff would start getting warm really fast, these guys. Or it might scream at me, who knows. I only got it wrong once before with a different style balancer. So, now I'm just waiting on this guy to heat up. And we'll glue it down onto the frame and plug it in, and that battery is done and ready for use after it is charged up. So I imagine you guys know how a hot glue gun works, right? We're just going to glue that guy down and plug it back in, and we are done with a 48 amp hour headway bank. It's a pretty small form factor. And I'll tidy these wires up, just kind of either glue them or zip tie them in place so they're not all hanging all over creation. Yep. Well, there's that, guys. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time.